Alright guys, Tom here and welcome to a new video. If you guys could smash the likes, that'd be absolutely awesome. I wasn't sure if I was going to do a Raw review this week, but I am actually doing one, which is absolutely fantastic. So remember to support the video, comment your thoughts below, and keep these Raw reviews from coming out, because if you guys comment, if you guys like them, I want to do more, so continue to do that. That'd be absolutely awesome. You've been doing it so far, which is great. And I love doing them. If you saw this photo over the internet the other day, it was probably over the weekend, Saturday and Sunday, you would know that I was actually the one that designed that t-shirt. If you want to hear an explanation behind that, there's a link at the top of the description and you can actually go buy the t-shirt as well. If you're confused, go check it out, because I was the one that made that t-shirt. It was pretty astonishing what happened in the end, so go check out that video once you've listened to my Raw review. So here we go guys. What did I think of Raw this week? I thought it was a bit meh. I didn't think it was anything too impressive. I mean, we had Lesnar, Undertaker, Ric Flair, and Shawn Michaels, and it still wasn't even that good. So we kicked off Monday Night Raw with Stone Cold Steve Austin, which, yeah, is absolutely awesome. I like how they're thinking of new ideas to start Monday Night Raw. It's better than having Seth Rollins come out every week to start Raw. This time we had something different. The week before we had Dean Ambrose. So it's cool that they're doing something different, but I really wasn't a fan of this segment. The whole Stone Cold Steve Austin thing was cool. I liked his promo. But then when Undertaker came out, he's not the greatest talker, so that wasn't that good. And then Brock Lesnar came out with Paul Heyman. What Paul Heyman said was good. It's nice that finally they're progressing from SummerSlam. It's taken us ages to move on from that point, but finally we moved on from that. And we actually got a little bit of a build for the Hell in a Cell match. But it really wasn't anything. We thought we were going to get a little bit of a wrestle in the middle of the ring between Lesnar and Undertaker. But even that didn't happen. I mean, we haven't seen these guys in the ring at the same time since SummerSlam. There's been hardly any build towards it. You'd think on the last Raw before the match in 6 days, you'd get something to grab onto. You'd think that maybe Brock Lesnar would hit an F5 or something cool like that to make us interested. But there was nothing. And I thought, maybe they'll do something later in the show to make up for that. But there wasn't. This was the only time they used him in the whole show. Really underutilized. They could have done so much more here to make fans interested in the Hell in a Cell match. I mean, come on. I care more about the Divas match at Hell in a Cell than this match. There's been hardly any build. You'd expect on the last Raw before the pay-per-view, they'd do something big. And it was nothing. They just talked. And that was it. And the promo wasn't even that good. So I'd give this bit a big thumbs down. Stone Cold Steve Austin, yeah, I like that bit. But come on, give us something to grab onto. And we've hardly even progressed from SummerSlam. It was like a 5-minute promo. And that was it. What the hell? I was expecting a hell of a lot more with this bit. We then had The New Day defeating John Cena and the Dudley Boyz. I didn't like the fact that John Cena wasn't really utilised this much on the show. Barely noticed him in this match. It was more of the Dudley Boyz and the New Day. And also, is anybody else sick of seeing the New Day and the Dudley Boyz having a match? I mean, we've seen it on every single Raw since the Dudley Boyz came back to the WWE. It's getting a bit boring now. It's the same old stuff. Why they keep giving us this match is absolutely ridiculous. They're having their 3rd match for the titles on Sunday. Getting a bit bored of this whole feud. Expecting the New Day to retain as well. So why they keep doing this on Monday Night Raw is beyond me. And they're surprised that we're getting bored with Monday Night Raw. People are tuning out. It's because they keep doing the same thing week after week. And this is another example of what they keep doing. Yes, the match was okay. It was good. But we've seen it all before. 10 times at least. It's ridiculous. But it was an okay match. But I would have liked to see a US Open challenge or something like that. But I'm actually really looking forward to the US Open Challenge at Hell in a Cell. Anything can happen. It could be Tyler Breeze, somebody else from the NXT roster. We don't know. It's really open-ended. I'm looking forward to that. But they could have done it on tonight's Raw as well. They could have used John Cena a lot more as well tonight. Barely noticed him in this match. It was more about the New Day angle rather than John Cena. But yeah, it was an okay match. But we've seen it all before. Who gives a damn? What we've seen before as well is this whole Nikki Bella and Alicia Fox against Naomi and Sasha Banks. That was the next match. I didn't watch this match because we've seen it all before. We've been having this whole Divas Revolution for the last 3 months, and I'm sure if you look through all the matches which we've had in the Divas division in the last 3 months, they've probably done this match at least twice. I mean, it's nothing new. I didn't watch it. Nikki Bella won, yay. Yeah, it's just the same old crap. I wish they'd move on from this Divas Revolution thing and the whole PCB, Team Bella. Who gives a shit? It's boring. This isn't a Divas Revolution if you keep doing the same thing over and over again. It's not evolution. It's not evolution if you just keep doing the same thing over and over again. So I didn't watch this, and I'm sure plenty of you didn't watch it either. The next match was Seth Rollins defeating Ryback after Shawn Michaels cut a promo on some of the matches which were happening at Hell in a Cell. Then you had a nice little promo with Seth Rollins against Shawn Michaels. This was so cool. This bit was really good. I really liked this bit of the show where they were both standing next to each other. Yeah, that was great. The little bit before where you had Shawn Michaels bigging up some of the matches, really not bothered about that. But I liked the bit when Seth Rollins came out and they cut a promo together. That was great. I really liked that angle. The match as well with Ryback was actually quite good as well. Usually Ryback's not that great of a wrestler, but I think this match was good. It was given plenty of time as well, which was surprising. Usually Ryback's in a squash match where he usually wins, but this had plenty of time. The pedigree looked great in the middle of the ring as well. I like this match. Seth Rollins for once is getting some momentum going into this match with Kane. They really didn't mention the Kane and Seth Rollins. They really didn't have an angle at all in the whole show between Rollins and Kane. I thought since they banned Corporate Kane, you'd have Masked Kane or Demon Kane be on Raw instead. But you didn't have Kane at all, which was really, really surprising. But maybe they thought that we've already built this match enough, which they probably have. But it would have been nice, since it's the last show before the pay-per-view, that they actually had an angle with Rollins and Kane. But quite surprising they didn't. Not too bothered they didn't either, because I think they built it enough anyway. But for once, Seth Rollins got some momentum, and yeah, that was a pretty good match. The next match was probably the best match of the night. It was Rusev, Barrett and Sheamus defeating Ziggler, Cesaro and Neville. Really liked this match. This was really good. Apparently, this match is happening again at the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view, so I have no problems with that whatsoever. Really like this King Barrett and Sheamus tag team. That's great. They should do that. That will keep Sheamus busy whilst he's got the briefcase. I have no problems with that. I think that tag team's great. Might be thinking about adding Rusev maybe for sort of like a European angle to it. I'm not sure where they're going with that, but I think this match was great. I'd love to see it again at the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view. Yeah, I think they should definitely do it again, especially at the ending with the bro kick from Sheamus. That was absolutely awesome, and then King Barrett claimed the victory. All great, really liked the match. I'm sure the crowd liked it as well. They were really reacting to it as well. Definitely can't wait for them to do it again. The next match was Charlotte against Brie Bella. You guessed it, I didn't watch this one either because seen it all before. Nice to see Charlotte's going over here because she's got to build her momentum for Hell in a Cell against Nikki Bella, but we all know Charlotte's winning anyway, so nobody really cares about this match. The next match was Kevin Owens against Mark Henry. Since it was in Texas, they used Mark Henry. They only bring him out for the Texas shows. Yeah, this match was absolutely awful. For some reason, they make Mark Henry look really Texas proud in these matches, and it's just really embarrassing. Nobody really gives a shit. But the pop-up powerbomb at the end was amazing. I didn't think Kevin Owens could do that to Mark Henry. I didn't even think Mark Henry could run. Yeah, that was absolutely amazing. It was worth watching it for that, but the rest of the match was absolutely boring as hell. And but yeah, it's great to see Kevin Owens going over here. And I think I'm really buying into this whole Kevin Owens thing. It's been pretty good. The last match, the final match, wow, we've got through that quite quickly, was the main event. So we had the Shield reunite for one night only. Not the greatest reunion, considering the Wyatt family won due to disqualification when Ambrose hit Braun Strowman with the kendo stick. I think the whole thing they're doing with Braun Strowman's amazing. I think the fact that barely anybody's managed to get him off his feet except Reigns last week is really, really cool to watch. I love it how much of a monster he's been built as. It's great. I don't know how long they can keep this up, because eventually they're just going to have to make him wrestle like a normal person and actually go on the floor. Not sure when they're actually going to go with that. But so far, I'm really buying into this whole Braun Strowman thing. I think that's great. yeah, I really like this bit where, like, I was really buying into the sort of the Seth Rollins, Ambrose and Reigns bit of this match. I was thinking deeply about it. I was like, wow, imagine if somebody turned on you like that. It was cool, and I liked that one of the Shield's best matches was when they faced the Wyatt family. So it was cool that we got it again at the end of Monday Night Raw. Definitely wasn't as good as when we got it 2 years ago. This match wasn't that good either. The crowd were chanting "This is awesome," but they were chanting "This is awesome" at the bit at the end of the match when Reigns hit the spear. Yeah, the match wasn't great. It was a bit slow, too many rest holds, not your typical main event. But it was okay. I liked the Shield reunion there, but yeah, it was okay. But really, they should have used Brock Lesnar and Undertaker in the main event tonight, because there's been hardly any build for that, and I was surprised this main evented Raw, considering it was a go-home show. But it was okay, but it just seems like the same old shit, really. Even if we had Shawn Michaels and Stone Cold Steve Austin on the show, and oh, I forgot Ric Flair as well. He did a little bit of work with Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns' promo tonight was actually surprisingly good, considering he can't talk for shit. But yeah, Ric Flair, I think he said "woo" and that was it. Don't know why he was on the show, but yeah, my review is over for Monday Night Raw. I'll give it a rating of 6 out of 10. I think that's fair. It wasn't great for a go-home show. I'm not too excited for Hell in a Cell. Are you guys excited for Hell in a Cell? You're probably more excited for my predictions live stream than Hell in a Cell. So thanks for watching, guys. Remember to take care. Spike your hair. Yeah, yeah, yeah.